Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what looks like an absolutely lovely day here in Bristol. It's cold enough to see your breath, and there is actual frost on the ground, which is pretty as hell. You've got all the orange leaves. What a lovely, lovely crisp day. This is legitimately, like, if you can describe a day as either misty, which is one of my favourite words, or crisp, then it's a good day. And while it isn't quite misty, it's pretty crisp, and I like it. What's gone on? Well, no, I don't know. Let's carry on from yesterday. Yesterday, when I put the camera away and finished the video, I was editing the main channel video for next week. I realised that I've only recently put up the other one, but I'm pretty excited for the next one. I'm like a minute and a half in, and there's just so many there's so much good stuff in the first minute and a half alone. It's nice and quick, it's nice and fast paced, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's a video. It's got rotoscoping in, masking, it's got colour correction and motion tracking. They're 4 effects I don't normally have to throw into is it 4 or 3? There's 4 effects I don't normally have to throw into a video on the main channel, but I am today. This girl there, legs must be freezing, because my legs are cold. I've got skinny jeans on. Gone for the mad overtakes. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying editing that video, and while I was maybe a glass of red wine down by the end of it, I think it's going to be great. So yeah, I should be able to get that finished by Wednesday, which means you should be able to get it live on the main channel by Sunday instead of the live stream. So yeah, that's going well. Otherwise, after that I watched Breaking Bad, so I went to bed at about 12:30 instead of 12, and I slept okay. Although I was trying out a app that supposedly tells you like how well you slept and stuff, and I've just seen 3 buses go past at the bottom, so one of them is going to be mine. Yeah, and it just told me I was awake all night. 4 buses, fucking hell. Are you alright, buses? Jesus Christ, 5 minutes, yeah. Pretty certain my bus doesn't get here till for 5 minutes. So unless that was the earlier ones late, or potentially the other several buses that go past this way. Anyway, but yeah, I watched Breaking Bad till about 12:30. Got up this morning relatively well, although my alarm clock said that I was awake all day, all night, which isn't great. But I definitely wasn't. But I got up this morning. I've got insane condensation on my windows. I need to figure out a solution. I'm going to go to Sainsbury's and see if I can buy like a sponge or something. I have to sponge them down every day, and I keep scuffing my toes. Speaking of which, I've got a relatively big shopping list to cover tonight when we go shopping, which is going to be fun. But otherwise, what's going on today? We're at work, and I'm on my own. I'm the first of the 2 people in my pair, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm on a thing because I want to make as many changes as possible, so it doesn't look like I've just sat around all day doing nothing. But I need to be sure that I don't just make changes and then him come back and be like, oh, I don't think this is what we wanted, and then refactor them. So there's a balance between getting a lot of work done and getting the right kind of work done. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis on trying to pick the right things to do, so that I damage limitate. I pick stuff that is like a considerable chunk of work to do, but I damage limitate so I definitely know what I'm doing with it, so that we don't have to go back and change it all later. But yeah, it's my chance to surprise and show how good I am today. Bus in 5 minutes. I thought that should have been. Means I'll get there for 8:30. I am running a little bit late this morning, to be fair. I wasn't going to have a shave and then decided I was going to. Stuff like that, little things, washing up. Ugh. So yeah, today at work is going to be a very involved day. Like, I'm going to be relatively on my own, although if the biggest thing is if people like the testers come over and ask me what I'm doing, I've got to know what the right answer is. And I think I know. It's not too difficult. The problem is I'm used to a much different way of doing it. I'm quite used to MVC and that word way of doing it, and we're using a REST service, a WCF service, and we're doing a REST service, which is quite fundamentally different, unfortunately, but we'll figure it out. It won't be too difficult. Well, I know what I'm doing. I do know what it is. I just get the 2 muddled very, very easily. But yeah, after work, which will probably be like 5 o'clock is probably when I'll be leaving work. I'll be heading home, having myself a curry for dinner, and then heading off to shopping. And I've got to pick up quite a couple of things. I've got to write my shopping list and stuff on the bus. I don't have an episode of freaking Coach Trip to watch, so God, what am I going to do? I'm trying to save them for my train journey on Thursday and Sunday. So I'll write my shopping list, bit of a meal plan, although I think I've already got a meal plan, and a bit of a shopping list, and then I'll probably write a blog or something. This is how I normally roll when I'm on the way up to work, and there's probably no Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cold. My hand feels like it's frozen, so I'm going to put my mittens on. And we're heading home, and it is legitimately pitch black. What the hell is going on? It's not even late. It's like 5:30. Couldn't even see my watch. Well, it's nearly 6 o'clock. 5:45. I've had a brilliant day today. I am quite literally buzzing. I could hear a car coming then, but couldn't figure out where it was. Yeah, I'm well excited because right, we got there, and I had to figure out what Ben did because he was there just ever so slightly after I left. Had to figure out what he was doing there. So I went through the list, found out what he'd done, figured out what I needed to do next. Figured out what he'd done, and then very quickly implemented it into the system so that it could then be like accessed from the URL and it's all live on the actual service itself. And I then moved on. So I did all this. Well, I implemented it into the mainstream so that we could see it running live and we could see it working. There aren't many lampposts on this road, is there? But yeah, so I implemented it into the mainstream, figured out what I needed to do for the rest of the day before I went live. I had two choices basically. I had something which I kind of knew the logic on, which wouldn't particularly, it would need testing, but it wouldn't need like any big changes to the code. It wouldn't need this or this, and I knew where it would all belong. Or I could do this other thing, which would be making sure the input was always a postcode, and if it wasn't a postcode to just ditch it. Or I could do that, which is slightly more complicated because I had to change the format of the output to an object as opposed to just a straight up list. I also needed to reroute a couple of things so that I could pass in different method calls and stuff like that. I needed to figure out how we're going to do error messages. I needed to figure out exactly how to implement all of these changes, and then need to figure out how to test it. All of these weren't particularly easy things, but I frickin' did them, and I ticked off like an entire user story in one frickin' day, like an absolute pro. And I would have got more in as well, but the service we used TFS service, was down today for about 2 hours, and I needed to build it so that I could do the next tests, and I couldn't move on until those tests were done. So I was in kind of like a hiatus of being like, I need to build this so I can test it, and I can't test it till it's been done, and I can't move on until it's tested, and but yeah, so I got all of that sorted, walked through, well, did all the tests, then took the tests out and then showed the testers how to write the tests themselves, and they're going to be having a go at that tomorrow, because it's all like automated testing. They will never be able to do it completely by themselves, because it's essentially a developer's job, but they want to be able to like oversee it and stuff, and then they'll ask us for help as opposed to us just doing it for them. So I stepped them through that because so far me and Ben have just been rocketing through it by ourselves. I went to the technical scrum of scrums and told the floor what our team was doing, even the two things that we weren't doing, two things that me and Ben aren't doing, and told them like all the technical details about that. I am so proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. I think I had the opportunity to be in by myself, do a good amount of work, and show like how good I am, how quickly I can do the stuff well, and stuff like that. And I think I did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. Although it is very possible that Ben can come in tomorrow and kind of say stuff like, well, I was kind of expecting to have this in this function. I don't think he's going to have expected me to get as far forward as I have today. And I imagine he's going to be wanting like, actually I prefer this here, it might be a better idea to have this here. He is better than me, so he might have some ideas I didn't consider. So there might be like a bit of a refactor tomorrow, to put it into the right place, or where he thinks is the right place, or whatever. But otherwise, I've done all the hard work, so it's good. I'm well chuffed, well chuffed with myself. I'm going to head home, I'm gonna cook up a curry and I'm gonna tell Dad all about it because I am so proud. So yeah, what a day. Also changed the background colour on my phone. Isn't that cool? It's all purple now. Look, it's all purple. Isn't that nice? Oh, just had dinner. Walked to Sainsbury's in the cold, talking to Dad on the phone because he was busy earlier. I was at work still. And now I'm gonna go shopping. Hands are cold. I wanted to talk on my mittens, but I can't hold my phone and my mittens at the same time. It drove me mad. Oh, it's so cold out, my toes are cramping up. Oh. Christmas tree. Oranges. I'm here early today, it's actually busy. It's crazy. No cucumber. I bought cucumber every single day for the past 4 months. They haven't got any. I think I said day then, but I meant week. Why am I down this aisle? I don't need anything. I think I'm being watched. Hopefully my best friend isn't hearing. This trolley has hydraulics. So yes, just what I needed. A notebook. Wait. Phew. Well, my best friend from last week wasn't in. Got everything I need. Took me a long time to find shoe polish. Took me ages. Double next points. They're dishing them out like no tomorrow. I can't even use the next points fast enough. Let alone freaking. Oh, it's not on. Not on at all. It's crossing this road and then on way home. It's a brisk night, but this bloody bag here is freaking heavy. So I'm back, and surprisingly, I wasn't worried about things getting warm on the way back. I bought some gravy. Look at this. Look how cool this is, right? For delicious beef gravy. It's 220 kilograms. It's like their fancy one, but it was on offer. 220 grams even, and it was cheaper than the 170 grams of the standard one. I am well excited about having this. But, like, to say it's just gravy, it looks pretty good. So you know you're a northerner, innit? You're excited about gravy. Ooh, it's actually kind of cold in here. And I bought a sponge from my windows to, wow, that doesn't smell so well. I bought a sponge from my windows to sponge them down. Because it's insane. There's so much moisture in here, and it just won't disappear, and I refuse to open my fucking windows, because it's cold enough as it is. God damn it, it's unreal. Otherwise as well, oh, look, oh, how shiny and brand new they are, apart from that bit at the front which needs to be fixed, and other imperfections on these shoes, but look how freaking cool they are. And also, these were battered before, literally battered. I'm going to probably wear these tomorrow. I love these shoes. I had them re-heeled, look, in Bath last year. I bought these shoes. These were the first black shoes I bought to wear all the time, because I kept getting wet feet and stuff in Converse, and I loved them to bits. And then they literally got battered. I bought those shoes, then started wearing them shoes for work, like my old work. Got them absolutely wrecked again. And then bought my new shoes and never wore them again, and now I want to go back because they won't fall apart. God, they're good. And I like them because they're like small and dainty. And I've got really big feet, even though I do like really pointy shoes as well. But anyway, beside the point. What's going on? I got back. I've been trying to do some video editing, but I've been kind of getting distracted by stuff. My auntie is starting a new business. Wants me to do some software development and maybe a website for her. So that could be a bit of business to roll through. And Dad's telling me it's good. It's getting your name out there. I'm like, kind of. But as is the way, I was talking to Dad and he's like, oh yeah, she wants this. So it's going to be pretty simple or whatever. She'll talk to you over Christmas. And I'm like, will it be simple? How about she tells me now, just in case it isn't, because you thinking it's simple and it actually being simple are two completely different things. So she wants a website and some kind of app thing, but not like a computer program to print stuff with. It's not too hard. So we'll see about that. And Dad's like, oh, it's like you're getting your name out there. I'm like, well, yeah, but to my family members. So, oh, she'll pay you. I'm like, I'm not really bothered about that, to be honest with you, but it's something I can put, like, I can make her a website and then link Blitz Software at the bottom. That'd be pretty cool. And then that'll be Blitz Software's first, like, thing. Should be good. Although she's got to do designs and stuff, and so I've now added her on Facebook. Even worse. So we're going to discuss now exactly what it is she wants. Because if it's like relatively big, I can front load it now and start doing it now, and stuff. I'll probably make it, and she'll be like, "Oh, so how much? Is that like £30?" I'm like, "Well, actually, if this was an actual project, that would be about £1,000 now. Yeah, that'll cost you about £1,000. That." She'll be like, "What?" But it's all right. You can buy me a bottle of wine or something, as long as I can link my site off of it. But yeah, so GG boys. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, polishing my shoes with my new polish, which is good. Made my sandwiches. That's about it. Started doing some video editing and like I said, I was getting distracted. It's only like I don't want to show that because it kind of gives away too much. But my like special effects are going crazy. Look, I've even got a bit of slow mo here. Look, fucking slow mo, boy. So yeah, it's been a relatively slow day, but I've been shopping. I had an amazing day at work. So yeah, it's not really, is it? Whoa! Did you see behind me then? Freaking hints galore on what's going on. Jesus Christ, take it off that frame. But yeah, we'll probably end up. Oh, I've got to go to IKEA tomorrow. Pog. I do need to get this video edited. To be fair, look, this is literally all I have left to edit in. And look, like this is the bits where I'm talking. So there isn't a lot of it left. Like if I just threw everything in now, unedited, it would be under 4 minutes. It's so fast. It's like the fastest, shortest video I've ever done. And it's probably crammed with the most jokes and the most references going. It's cray-cray. I just said cray-cray. Oh my god, what has become of me? I've been spending too much time around Louis Theroux. But yeah, what's going on then? Tomorrow, I'm going to end the video now so I can render it, get it online. No, another thing, guys. I'm trying to do this now on the main channel. You'll notice I talk about my placement as opposed to work. I am still at university, just not this year. A lot of people are coming from like my really old videos, watching these videos, and going, "Oh, it's at work. Why aren't you at uni anymore?" And you miss the bits between. But every day I can't just say, "Oh, my placement," because I'm on a placement year from uni, because that would go mental. But I've said it so many times. I even answered it in like a Q&A on my main channel. But most of these people don't even know about my main channel either. So, oh man. So yeah, that's a thing that's annoying. It's not annoying. Well, it is annoying having to answer this. I don't mind answering it, but it gets irritating having to repeat myself so many times. That's why I did the Q&A videos on the main channel. Otherwise, I believe that's about it. Rant over. Tomorrow we're at work, Ben's back, we're going to see how well I did. I'll catch you later.